Hello everyone, this is Maria from Maxi Physio. I prepared for you today a short Pilates class focused on abdominal work and on your core. This class is perfect if you want to get your abdominals going, your core going, but you don't have a lot of time. So it's not going to be very long, it's going to be about 20-30 minutes, and it's going to be targeted on the stomach area. So hopefully you'll feel the abdominals getting a bit of a burn, getting a bit of a strength. So we're gonna make our way onto our back. For this class you only need your mat, you don't need any other equipment. Maybe a cushion if you want to have a bit of a cushion for your head, but other than that you don't need any equipment. So make your way onto your back, roll to your side, then onto your back. And we're going to start just warming up a little bit the body. So we're going to take a few bridges just to get your spine moving. So let's just bring the feet and knees to touch. Open the toes out, keep the heels together, and then allow the heels to separate as well. So that should help you to come into about hip width. Bring your hands on the hips and then just take a couple of tilts forwards and back. So rounding and arching your spine. So we can find a neutral position. We should be the middle between being fully flat or slightly arched. When you're neutral, you should have a little bit of a space for your fingertips, not a huge gap for the whole of your hand, or if you picture a small grape underneath your back, that image might help you too. So from here, the arms are going to come down by your side, keep the chest open, take a deep breath in and out, think of a little bit of tension through the core, but not too strong, and begin to roll your hips up, feeling a little bit the glutes. And then inhale the top, exhale, melting back down. And let's repeat it again. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. Inhale the top, exhale, return down. And let's take another 3 bridges. So again, this is just to get your back moving a little bit, getting your body warm. Let's go for another couple. One more time. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Now let's go into hip twist. Bring your feet on your knees again to touch. Arms out to a capital T. Just gonna move a bit away from the wall. You can always go slightly lower with your arms if you don't have a space for full capital T position. Inhale, exhale, drop the legs to your right. Turn the neck to the left. Inhale, and then exhale, come all the way side to side. Legs to the left, neck to the right. Make sure the shoulders don't lift, even though your hips and your feet are moving slightly from the ground. Inhale, exhale back to center. Let's twist again. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's repeat the twist. We're gonna do it 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. So notice how I'm not moving very slowly, because this is gonna be an energetic class. But if you need to move a bit slower, by all means, please do. So from here, let's come back to center. Take the knees towards the chest. Just gonna move it more onto the middle of the mat. Maybe just find a bit of movement side to side. And now we're gonna start rolling the length of the spine forwards and back. So keep your hands right below the knees, so around your shin area. Swing the feet up a little bit and then breathe and roll to sitting. But try not to touch with the toes. So if you touch, that's okay, then bring them up. And now we're gonna go into rolling like a ball. So keep your back slightly rounded, keep your tummy engaged. Bit of tension on your hands, on your shins. Think of your armpits heavy to activate your lat muscles. And we're gonna roll to the shoulder blades. Try not to roll to your head. Inhale, exhale. Again, try to come back to balance, and let's repeat it again. And let's go again for another 3. 2 and 1. Great. This time allow the feet to rest. Maybe bring your feet a bit further forward. Just make sure you can sit nice and tall. Let's start with the hands at the back of the thighs. Elbows again slightly out. Inhale. Now as you exhale, round your back. Come about halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen up. Sit up tall again. And let's repeat it again. Exhale. Catch your breath. And return up. So this is very good for posture as well, even though we're working through the core. Try again to maintain your neck and shoulders relaxed so we don't slouch too much. If that's feeling comfortable, release the arms, palms facing in. Otherwise, continue with the support. And let's go again. Good. So another couple. And we're going to be adding a little bit of a twist to get your oblique abdominals going in the waist. So in the next one, inhale. As you exhale, open one arm, twist towards that side, look to your fingers, come back. Inhale, exhale, change. Keep your knees where they are, don't let them twist. And keep rolling through the spine. That's it. Lengthen, back to the reach, back to tall, and again. Again, you can slow this down if you need to. Just work to the pace that feels natural for your breath, for your body. Again, it's an energetic class, so it shouldn't be very, very slow, but just listen to your body and you can modify it as you feel is appropriate for you. So just even it out. Let's come back. Now let's extend the legs, feet together. Keep your heels flexed, arms in front of you, breathe in and out, and let's start rolling the spine down. With control, especially at the very end. Swing the arms back, inhale, and as you exhale, come forward. We're gonna add a bit of a stretch, so reach towards your feet, relax your head, and let's come back again. Inhale, sit up tall, exhale, roll. Inhale, and exhale, come back up. Let's repeat it again. Breathe in, and again, breathe out. So again, this is really nice for the spine because you get a lot of movement happening and you also get a bit of a nice stretch for the back of the body at the top. And then again, we have that little bit of postural correction in between the roll up and the roll down. Let's go again, 2 more times. One more. And up. Great. So from here, we're going to transition onto 4-point kneeling. So let's just make our way onto our hands and our knees. You're welcome to have a bit of padding underneath the knees if you need to, and if you need to modify the position to your knuckles instead of your hands, that's fine too. So we're going to tuck all 10 toes. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, go into a small hover. The knees are coming off a touch. Try to keep the back straight. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return the knees down. Catch your breath. Let's repeat it again. Exhale, hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return down. Inhale. Let's repeat it again. Exhale, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come back down to rest. Let's make our way to child's pose to release the hands and the wrists for a moment. And let's come from here onto a modified plank. So we're going to be progressing this. And of course, if you find one of the progressions is a bit too much, you've got the easier options that I'm going to be showing you, and you can always go back to one of the easier ones if you need to at any point. So catch your breath, take your hands a bit further forward, exhale, take the feet slightly up and come to a modified plank. So hips in line with the shoulders, squeeze a bit your core. So think of your abs pulling in, your glutes squeezing, shoulder blades connecting, chest open, and let's hold this time for 10, 9, so it's going to give you a little bit of load on the shoulders as well. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's return to modified child's pose with the hips up. Inhale. Exhale, let's make our way back to the modified plank, feet off the ground, engage your core, glutes, shoulders, and let's hold again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's return again down. Inhale. Let's exhale. Let's come back again to modified plank one more time for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's make our way back to child's pose. Release. Let's come back to modified plank, but this time keep your hands a little bit narrower. And once you're here, again, stay strong through the core. You're going to tend to shuffle a bit to the sides, and we're going to try to minimize that. But just bear in mind there'll be a little bit of movement. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, reach your right arm forward. Return, inhale, and then exhale, change to the left. Try to keep it in line with your ear, so bicep by the ear as you reach the arm, so it goes high. And again, feel the difference on both sides. Yeah, which side feels stronger, which side you tend to feel wobblier. That's 5. We're going to finish 10. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, down, exhale, lift. Inhale, down, one more time each. Inhale, exhale. Great, let's come back down to child's pose. And let's make our way to a high plank now. So come back to the arms about shoulder width, slightly further forward like for your modified plank. Tuck all 10 toes, catch your breath, and as you exhale, bring your body forward, lift your knees, and come to a high plank. Keep again the hips in line with the shoulders, square your hips, squeeze your core, squeeze your glutes. Arms are strong, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make your way back to child's pose, quick release. We're gonna do 2 more sets. Again, if the high plank feels too much, you can come back to modified plank or repeat the arm variation. Just see what feels better. Or maybe the knee hover that we did at the beginning. Yeah, you got all the options I'm showing you. So let's come back, catch your breath, exhale, high plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Back again to child's pose. And let's make our way back to one more high plank. Again, a static hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make your way back. Child's pose, stretch. Breathe. And then let's come back. We're gonna leg pulling prawns. We're gonna be lifting one leg at a time. So tackle 10 toes, come back to the plank, catch your breath, inhale, exhale, lift your right leg with the toes pointed, inhale, replace, change. Again, if this is too much, you can hold just the plank. Otherwise, we'll carry on for another 6. So we finished the 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back. Child's pose, stretch, release. And we're going to try the arms like we did on the modified plank. It's a little bit harder, so maybe don't bring the hands again too wide. Come back to high plank. Again, you'll be shuffling a little bit to the sides, but try to minimize it. Inhale. As you exhale, reach your right arm. Inhale, return. Exhale, change. Try to go again, bicep by the ear, so you lengthen the arm. Forward enough. 5, halfway. It's good for the arms as well. And keep it going. Let's add an extra couple. Finish with the left. And let's come back to child's pose, release. So following that, let's do a reverse plank. So come back to long sitting, legs straight, hands slightly behind your hips, fingertips pointing forward. I don't want you to be with your fingers to the back or to the sides. Think of as if you're reclining slightly, chest open, so connect the back of the shoulder blades and the back of your shoulders, toes slightly pointed, inhale. And as you exhale, lift the hips up. look towards your toes for now. And then inhale, release. If your neck feels healthy on the next one, you can choose to look up. Otherwise, just keep your chin slightly tucked in. If this feels too much, you can do like a reverse tabletop. So with your heels, feet on the floor, you could try to lift the hips up and then lower. But otherwise, we'll try to come with the legs straight. So it's just to show you the modification. And down. Let's try again. A bit slippery there. I can feel my socks are slipping into the mat. One more time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now take the arms up and forward. Come back again to a stretch, just to release a little bit the back of the body. And let's come back to the front of the mat, but this time for a low plank. So I'll show you how to do a modified low plank as an easier option. You're gonna come onto the forearms. You're gonna be about shoulder width, and you're gonna start with the hips up, but then you can take the feet off and then lower the hips until they're kind of level with the shoulders, and the elbows should be almost in line with the shoulders as well. Yeah, so this is the easier option. We're gonna hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you can come back slightly forward or maybe child's pose. And then you can either repeat that or we can do a full low plank. So for that, you can attack the toes of one foot, then the other. So both legs are straight. Bring the hips in line with the shoulders, and let's hold again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, come back down. Child's pose. And let's repeat one more round again, whether you do your modified low plank or full low plank. So come back again to the forearms, stack one foot at the back, then the other. Hips in line, and let's hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Good. So one more time, child's pose. And then let's come onto sitting sideways on the mat. You're gonna bend your knees almost like a diamond shape. Top foot comes on front of the underneath one. Your hand is gonna be in line with the hip. You need to have enough space. And we're gonna come onto a full side plank. So we're gonna inhale as you exhale. Maybe help yourself with the top arm for the first one. You can adjust yourself if you need to. Take the arm up, find your balance. Breathe in, breathe out, come down. So if you need to do any adjustments, please do. Catch your breath, inhale, exhale, let's go again, full side plank. Now take the arm up and over through a bit of a side bend. Then thread the needle, lift the hips up. Then come back again to that extra bit of a side bend and lower down. Let's go again, inhale, exhale, come onto your side plank. Lengthen the arm, strong shoulder, then thread the needle, hips up. Back to the side bend, side plank, lower down. Good. Let's go again. Exhale, rise up, side bend, thread the needle, come back to the side bend, and lower down. If you find the side bend and the thread the needle is too much, you can hold the side plank. And you could use again your support of your hand if you need it. 2 more rounds, so we do 5 in total. Thread the needle, back to the side bend, lengthen, and down. One more time, catch your breath. Exhale up, side bend, thread the needle, back to the side bend, and down. Great. Keep the legs slightly bent one over the other, and the arm you were working on, just take it up and over for a bit of a modified mermaid stretch to release the shoulder, the waist, maybe your neck. Hold it there, it feels really good. And then take the arm around, and let's repeat the other side. So come back again onto that sort of diamond shape on the legs. Top foot comes on front of the other one. The hand is going to be in line with the hip, and again, maybe for the first one, use your top hand to help you. You need to have enough room between the hip and the shoulder. So we're going to be moving up and out to the side. Then you check that you can come onto that side plank. Lower down. If you need any adjustments, please do. And then let's go for the 5 rounds of your side bend and your thread the needle. So breathe in and let's go. Breathe out, lengthen at the side bend. Then thread the needle like a pike, lifting the hips, back to the side bend and lower. That's 1. Let's go again. Exhale up, side bend, pike, back to the side bend and down. That was a bit wobbly for me. And we'll go again. And otherwise you can use the top hand or just stay either here or maybe just here. So if you find that the full sequence is too much, then adjust it. I'm gonna do 2 more. Lengthen, side bend, thread the needle, then back to side bend and down. And 1 more, we got it. Over, pike, over and down. As before, just release one leg on top of the other and the arm you were working on. Take it up and over for that modified mermaid position. Relax your head. Keep the arm long, feels really good. Just keep your breath going a little bit longer. And then let's add again a little bit of a circular motion to get out of here. And then let's make our way again onto our side and then onto our back. So let's come back onto legs apart, hip width. So you can bring again your feet together, knees together, then separate your toes, separate the heels, hands on the hip bones, roll a couple of times forwards and back. Find your neutral position. Arms down by your side, chest open, connect the blades at the back, and keeping your neutral spine, draw a little bit of tension through the core, bring one leg to 90 degrees, then the other. So we come onto tabletop. Let's start just breathing here, actively drawing the tummy in, while we ensure the upper body stays in a good position. And for these ones, again, if you prefer to have a bit of a cushion underneath your neck, that's fine. Just make sure your neck doesn't feel stiff. If you feel your back tends to arch, then maybe think of pressing your back down, but with the idea of staying neutral, not flattening too much. And again, just think of your breath helping you. Should be definitely feeling your tummy. We're going to keep breathing, but let's add a little bit of movement on the arms. Take the arms up and you inhale, exhale, reach them overhead. You need to avoid any flare or arching on the ribs, so might not be able to go all the way down, and that's fine. So if you need to stop before you touch the ground, please do. Inhale, exhale, then inhale, and exhale again to release. 3 more times. Inhale, lift, exhale, inhale, return, exhale, down. 2 more. Work with the breath. 1 more time. And back, knees to the chest. Move a little bit side to side. All right, so let's return to double tabletop. Well, make sure your back again is neutral. First things first, then 1 leg up at a time to 90 degrees. Keep drawing your tummy in. And we're just gonna move the arms into a circular motion. So inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, as you take them back, circle them around. And let's go again. Keep your back as it is. And in. 2 more times, and then move reverse. If you've ever done reformer work, it's a bit like when you do arms in the straps on the reformer machine. Let's go again. Inhale down, exhale, circle up. Palms down, then palms slightly up as you circle. 3 more. 2. Last one. And release. So let's start involving a bit more the legs. Let's return back down. Reset your neutral spine. Take the legs back to double tabletop. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, start toe tapping. Nice and easy. Just again, being aware of your position. Upper body can lengthen. If that's going okay, let's change it into one leg stretch. So extending your knee forward and back. Otherwise, you can return to your toe tapping. And we can add the arms as well. We're gonna do like a running motion. So if you're extending your right leg forward, left arm back, then change. Again, controlling your ribs. If you were doing the toe tapping, we would say right foot down, left arm back, left foot down, right arm back. So whether you're doing the toe tapping or the one-legged stretch, the arms do the same. 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. Come back again to rest. And let's try to do a double-legged stretch now. So let's reset again our neutral. Come back up, feet and knees together. A bit of a squeeze on the inner thighs. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, extend the legs forward. You can make it harder by taking your legs lower. You can take it easier by taking the legs higher. If you feel you need a bit of support, you can bring your thumbs underneath your sacrum, and that will give a bit of support. But otherwise, keep the arms by your side. And we're going to try to go from here into a rollover, which will also give a bit of lengthening on the spine. So keep the legs straight now, breathe in, and then let's break it down. Take the legs up and try to do a small lift on the hips. With the legs straight, lower down a little bit. Breathe out, a little lift. And you need to be able to control the little lift on the hips, so almost as if you could stop, yeah? Rather than just collapsing. Otherwise, if you need a bit of assistance, maybe use your hands for a bit of a support. And maybe this is what you need to work on, and that's fine. If you find this is achievable, then we can go into full roll over. You can support the back of your hips with your hands, otherwise arms down. Flex your feet, separate the toes and the legs, and then try to bring your toes to the ground. You might not be able to get there, and that's okay. If they're slightly over, that's all right. From here, inhale, bring the legs back up, feet together, and slowly lower down. Let's try 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, swing, either little lift or full lift. Flex the feet, separate the toes, fold over the head as much as you can. Inhale, lift, bring them back to together, toes pointed. Control the lowering, head stays down. 1 more time, inhale down. Exhale, roll over or little lift only. Then flex the feet, separate the toes, take the toes to the ground if you can, otherwise to where you reach. Lift them back up, back to legs together. Point the toes, breathe in and out, lower down. Knees to chest. And let's just stretch a bit the abdominal wall to finish. So if you roll to your front and keep the legs a little bit wider than the mat, your arms a little bit wider than the mat as well, with the elbows bent up. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, come up onto a Cobra stretch. You can look up, relax your shoulders. Feel the stretch, maybe on the spine, but definitely on the front of the body, on your core, on the tummy. Lower down. Let's come up again. You can move your neck maybe a little bit, side to side. Lower down. Let's go again. Cobra. You can relax your shoulders, maybe move your neck again a little bit, try different movements. And down. Let's come from here to child's pose. And we're going to try to open up a bit the hip flexors to finish, just because we've done a little bit of work on tabletop. So for this, we're going to go ahead and take the right foot forward. You're welcome to use a bit of a cushion on your left knee if you need a bit of padding, a bit of support. Find your balance. And then make your way onto a lounge stretch, hip flexor stretch. Keep the arms if you want by your side or maybe on your side. Try to feel open on the shoulders. And maybe heel toe your right foot to the edge of the mat. Bring your left hand down to the mat, right hand to the knee, and then begin to open up the knee. Allow the foot to twist and then just come a little bit deeper into the stretch. Maybe look back as well and then release. Find a bit of movement. So it's quite nice for the hip as well. But as I say, it's going to release a bit deeper your hip flexors. It's important to get a bit of the stretch after all the abdominal blast work we did. And if you want to add more tension on the stretch, you can stay here, maybe bend your left knee and maybe reach for your left foot from the outside and then hold it there. This gives a bit of a quads stretch, which is a nice thing to do. But if you find this too much, then just ease off the knee bend. You can come back to the low lunge as we were, or maybe a bit higher where we started. Release from wherever you are, make your way back. We're gonna do the other side. So right foot, right near the back, sorry, left foot forward. Find your balance. Again, you're welcome to use a bit of a cushion on your right knee if you need it. Tuck the tailbone under. Just begin to feel the lengthen at the front of the hip. Make your way forward until you feel the stretch. This is a lot tighter for me, so that's enough for me today. You're welcome to go a bit lower than this. And you can keep your arms, again, resting, or your hands resting on your thigh, or maybe by your side. Just think of a good posture. So there's no tension on the upper body. Keep your breath going. If you feel it's beginning to release, then you can go a little bit deeper, then give it a go. And again, this might be where you stay, but I'll give you the option of going a little bit deeper in a moment if you want to get more stretch or you want to challenge the stretch. So if you want to try, walk your left foot heel toe to the edge of the mat. Take your right hand down, left hand to your left knee, and then begin to open up the knee and the hip. Look back, so your hips are going to come a bit deeper. Then release, so your foot is going to be rotating, and you want to think of your neck following the movement. Let's just do it a little bit more. You could always just stay there or here, yeah? Just maybe experiment a little bit with the stretch and find again what's best for you, which again might be different on both sides and might be different day to day. If you do maybe this class on different occasions, your body might not feel the same. And if you want to add more, bend your knee, reach for the right foot from the outside and hold there. You can bend it a little bit deeper, maybe less deep, depending on how you find it. And we're going to keep breathing wherever you are. If it's too much, just don't bend your knee, release it. Otherwise, just stay for a bit longer. Keep your breath going. Try to relax your body throughout the breath. Just a bit longer. Alright, if you got your leg bent up, let it go. If you're down on the low lunge, make your way back. If you were back here, then let's just come back to child's pose. 2 breaths. And let's come back again to a Cobra stretch from here. Just stay engaged with the core a bit and then move a little bit side to side. Back to child's pose. And then from child's pose, just transition to sitting on your heels. So that's the end of this short abdominal and core class. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the class, you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you got any suggestions for any other content you'd like to see, please send me a message. If you're interested in one of my online classes, please go to my website, maxiphysio.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my other classes soon. Bye-bye.